Hey everybody, Mr. Marchetti here for our fourth and last video about our essays, and this one is on our fourth essay, um, which is kind of like the self-analysis essay, kind of the best way to put it, but it also shares that spotlight with asking this central question: what compromises competent writing? Just as a point of reference, it's basically do our last class or week of class. So you've got until then to get it in. Um, Now, this essay, for a couple of reasons, is the most involved we will be looking at. Um, if we just get down to the practical nature of it all, it is longer than the other essays. It's 5 pages as opposed to 3. That was 2 fingers, as opposed to 3. Um, which means, you have, I think, more room to work with, but I've also given you more to do. And I think you'll find that it fills the 5 pages pretty well um, without much issue, I would think. So, central idea is that you're asking this question: what compromises competent writing? Okay, your answer to that question will be this paper's thesis statement, and you will then use the remainder of the paper, the other 4 3/4 pages, backing up that thesis statement by doing basically two main things. Well, it's kind of 3 things really, and that's this piece down here. So first off, you're going to have to use direct quotations from both Zinzer's on Writing Well and King's on Writing to support, or maybe, well, yeah, you want to use the quotes to support your thesis of what compromises competent writing. The reason I stuttered there is because you may use Zinzer to support something you're saying, but you may use King to sort of say, like, well, he's saying this, but I don't necessarily agree, and I think that actually you'd be better off doing this. So you may use one of the authors to sort of disagree with, strengthening your argument or thesis in the process. You may agree with both authors in both ways. It's up to you what you want to do and how you want to do it. But you have to use both of those authors in some way in there. And you also need to pull from at least 2 of the excerpted readings from the semester. So that would be 2 of the readings we've done for our close reading activities. And it could be any 2, and it could be more than 2. I also don't have an issue with you using outside sources, outside authors, as long as you just let me know what they are, and I can say thumbs up, that sounds good to me. And again, you're going to be using those texts and examples and quotations from those texts, hopefully, to support your thesis. So if you think good writing has to do with writing strong characters, you would want to find 2 authors we've looked at this semester that talked about strong characterization, that had strong characters and strong introductions to characters, and you understood a character's personality really quickly and the way the author put it together and constructed that character. If you think that good writing comprises, excellent descriptions and lengthy descriptions of things and poetic language, you may want to find authors that do that. If you find yourself creating a definition and you start to find quotes that you want to use but that don't necessarily fit your definition or your thesis, you can just change your thesis. You can update and change your thesis as you go. I don't expect you to have an answer to this on day one 100%. You may have to change it. You probably will have to change it throughout. Your definitions of what comprises competent, good, strong, engaging writing may change and probably will change as you kind of write this. So this first part, you're sort of just doing an analytical piece where you're using at least 4 different authors to discuss your own definition of what you think good writing is. 2 of those authors are decided for you. That's Zinzer and King. 2 are left up to you to decide what you want to do with. The other piece you need to do, and this is definitely the hardest part, I think this is the hardest thing I've asked, for some people at least, of the whole semester, and that's this section here, where at the same time you're going to use a sort of meta approach to then critique your own final essay, asking yourself if your essay fits under the definition of competent writing and defending that assertion. So there's a lot of different ways to do this. You can obviously talk about your own writing in a general sense, or how it's improved and your struggles have gotten better over the semester, what you did, what you worked on to better yourself as a writer. Or you could even take a snippet of one of your previous pieces of writing, be that a discussion board post, a journal entry, or one of your essays, and actually cut and paste it into this essay and then comment on it, edit it, change some things, show me, the reader, where you think you maybe had a failing and where you might want to, in the future, fix that, or where you do fix that in this new essay. There's a lot of creative ways to do this, and a lot of creative approaches you can bring to it, but at the end of the day, I'm basically just asking you to sort of self-critique yourself, much like we've been critiquing other authors over the semester. I now need you to critique yourself, but not just you as a person, like we did in our sort of personal essays, you as a writer. And that can be difficult. And again, I'm here for that. If you need assistance, please, you just let me know at any time. And I just wanted to, as I was talking about this, wanted just to show you, obviously we've got Zinzer here, just to make it clear, we're using him 100%. It loads. When it loads. King's on writing, using that 100%. And then, for example, for myself, the two that came to mind for me was H is for Hawk by Helen MacDonald and There by Tommy Orange. And I might do something with emotional connection with both of them, because I think they both create really strong emotional connection or connectivity, but do it in really different ways. MacDonald does it very kind of beautifully and poetically, and Tommy Orange does it very like aggressively and almost brutally, and I like that very much. So that is your task for Essay 4. It is a lot to take on, and I'm here to help you with any and all aspects of that. So please be available, and I will be available, and be open and communicative with me about it, and I think we will all do fine. This is the one I look forward to the most, because it's culminative for the year or for the semester, and it's culminative for you as a writer. So I want to be able to help you with it as best I can. So please ask questions, ask a lot of questions, ask frequent questions. I'm here to help. Okay? Bye, guys.